Hello and welcome back to Morgan's Sunday afternoon lazy productivity sprint. Or maybe it's just my productivity sprint in quote marks. I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood, and today we'll be doing some writing sprints intermixed with some chatting with both you and my co host, Doc Coleman. Did you want to say hi to the people?
Hello, people. I'm Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure, and I'm still working on doing the edits for my second book. Trying to get it ready for publication later this year. So hopefully, I can pick up the pace. Um, so wish me luck, and uh, go ahead and start telling us about what projects you are going to be working on.
For me, I am going to try for the fourth month in a row to get to
Hmm.
20,000 words edited in my space fantasy. At least now I know I'm not re-editing the same chapter again. But I just find myself re-editing the same chapters and not moving forward. And I think I might want to. I have three points of view in this story, and I think I might want to split them and edit each individually, each character's.
Do you want to segregate them, edit them individually, and then rebraid them?
I already think I need to adjust where some of the chapters are.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like a Scrivener writer.
Oh dear.
Cringe. But these things happen. So what you gonna do?
Hey, Scrivener was designed in order to accommodate certain techniques that were already in place. Just because you like using Google Docs doesn't mean the techniques aren't valid. But um,
Yeah.
so do you have any instances where you're having the same set of events viewed from different viewpoints?
I I mean, two of the characters live together. They're cousins.
Right.
But I think I've been stair stepping, like,
Okay.
and describing events when they split off from each other as well. So yeah.
Okay. No, I was just thinking in terms of how much can you rearrange the way things are going. Um,
Yeah.
so you can definitely do the stuff that's independent. You can rearrange how that's presented. But if you're stair stepping, then that kind of locks it in to the the way the events happen. Um,
Close, but not necessarily 100%. Because once they split locations, you
mhm,
know, I can change up the pacing a little more.
this is true.
And I mean, there's the introduction, which is, sometime within 3 months of inciting incident or what
Mhm.
have you. So that gives me a little wiggle room there because there's two or three events that have to happen concurrently for all the characters. But
Mhm.
other than that, it can be a little wiggly. And when you're switching between points of view, they don't have to have time pass at the same rate.
Okay, so it's a little timey wimey.
Timey wimey.
Yep.
But it's still going in chronological order.
Yep.
We're not jumping through space and time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty ambitious to do a braided storyline like that. Anyway. Um
So we've
Mhm.
got, the main character who just wants to be able to go into space and earn her own place. We've got her cousin who's a single mom and juggling that and getting over her ex. And then we have the alien octopus person who doesn't like humans and they've been stealing from their flock and um, learns that not all humans are bad and some can help and stuff. So they each have their own sub journey.
Mhm.
Um, but they definitely interweave. So anyway, it's interesting and I like it, but
Mhm.
it's definitely not there yet. But it's a draft 0, so it's not supposed to be. So
Okay.
I see Andy is here. Hello and welcome. I think he said something about working on a short story so he can get it submitted to an anthology
In May, by
in
the
May,
1st of May. Yeah.
which is coming up faster than one might hope.
Yeah.
How was your daylight saving lost, stolen hour? Borrowed, because you will get it back in fall.
Yeah, but I won't get the interest. Um, yeah, I ended up staying up late last night, and it was like looked up at the clock. Team insomnia, right? No. Uh, ended up looking at the clock and seeing the clock said 2:30, and then I said, oh, I should go to bed, and then I realized, oh wait, we jumped forward. It's now 3:30. So
Yeah.
yeah, not getting up as early as I like to try to do. I try to get up early on Sundays, and I pretty much fail all the time because I stay up late on Saturday nights.
I I was gonna get up early too, and instead I read until 5 a.m. Rereading. I'm binging a few of the Laurel K. Hamilton's, the Anita Blake stories. So yeah, that was a thing I did.
It looks like we've got some more people coming in to the chat.
So let me pop over to the comments. Hello, Mama Ward. Yes. And let's see. Toe the Lion, hello and welcome.
Still
Oh,
awake at
why?
4:30, huh?
I muted you. I muted you. Why were you? Okay, sorry. So let's see. Andy says, yes, I have to get going on finishing a short story. Maggie is recovering from flu,
Oh,
but did manage to set up her Camp Nano project and writing group, and would rather be on daylight savings all year long. My boyfriend in college decided that's the platform he was going to run for president on,
it's daylight
staying
saving.
in daylight saving.
My point is, why don't we just split the difference and move forward a half hour once and leave there? Uh, it's like I get the feeling you're distracted.
Great. I was opening the thing in Twitch so I could monitor on both,
Okay.
and was waiting for it to start talking at me, even though I had told it not to.
Mm.
So let's see. Toast says, "Oh man, I was still awake at 4:30. I don't know what time zone BTU is, but I had some training for work at 7 a.m., so I just stayed up."
I think that's a
Uh,
typo of but.
oh.
Up
Sorry,
at
I thought it was the
4:30
time
and
zone.
then but had to be up at 7 a.m., so just
Yeah.
stayed up.
Uh, and Tara says, split the difference or stay there. That would be nice. So, oh, goodness. You know what? I stayed in bed and read this morning the next book in the series, and I might not have had breakfast yet.
You should food.
So maybe we should do a sprint and I should find some food.
Yeah.
I did
Uh,
have dinner at like 11:30 last night though.
oh, that is late.
So it's not like it's been that long, and I slept through the first meal of the day anyway. So it's not like I've been up that long without food. I
Well,
have a weird system where I don't get hungry until after I've had my first meal, and then I just snack for the rest of my life. Um, so yeah.
yeah,
I
I was I was eating during my writing group that was just before this because I got up late. Although I think one of the things I'm going to do in this first sprint is go and grab snack. Uh,
I mean, would it be a Morgan stream without snacks? I think I've done it twice.
There has to be snacks and hydration. It's a rule.
It is. It is. Uh, Mama Maggie says they have been making the length of standard time shorter and shorter every year for a decade
They have.
or two. And she's gonna go out back and check on the bees. Very nice. And Toe is doing food right now. So why don't we do a sprint? What do you say?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and my audio and my Chrome tab, and let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Remember to hit the start button. we're back. How was your sprint? I got some lunch, breakfast, brunch, food in my face hole.
I got some snacks, and then I promptly got sat on by a kitten for about 5 minutes. But then she finally decided to go elsewhere, and I got a chance to start on my revisions, and I wrote a grand total of 73 additional words of description.
I got through actually 6 pages of pages I've already edited, so they're not new, but
yeah, it's different kinds of commentary. I mean, are you reacting to feedback, or are you just editing what you've already written?
editing what I've already written, because this is a zero draft. Nobody sees my zero draft. But some of the jumping around, I am going to credit with me saying the same thing multiple times, so then I have to go back and trim out earlier recitations.
Yep, and I'm reacting to feedback, so I'm going through and adding descriptions where people don't understand what's going on, cutting some things that are redundant, and I'm still in the front of the book, so I'm generally doing more clarifying and paving the path, and then trying to figure out, okay, I understand what you want, I don't know where to put it. So yeah, different kinds of editing.
Yeah, yeah. So hopping into the comments, go Andy. Andy got 401 words down, which is lovely. Hello, the kids are asleep. Kids are asleep, arrived late, and has been sifting through their bitch file. Dun dun dun. Mama Maggie. Oh, click. There we go. Got hot mint tea and opened a document and realized my brain is too sloggy to write. So I started editing again.
Okay, most people find
Editing,
that it takes more mental energy to edit than to write, but
at least for me.
if it works the other way for you, more power to you, Maggie.
There's types of editing I can do, like if I'm copy editing, maybe, or if I'm just find and replacing filter words. Because
Mhm.
oh my God, do I filter my word? She thought I know a bit,
Yeah.
just a smidge. That oh
No, it's I go through and kill those after I finish the revision path.
yeah, I'm not doing that right now. No. And Toe the Lion started a new short story and got 54 words, but the first like opening lines are when you determine the voice and the setting and stuff. Those are the hard words. Find once I have a voice, the rest of the story goes. These reasonably well, but finding the right voice for the story can be definitely a tricky part.
Yeah, that's why I pick a place to start and I just start writing, and then I go back later and figure out where the beginning of the story is.
Right. Yeah. So the kids are asleep says fixing words uses a different part of the brain than making up words. Definitely,
Mhm.
definitely. And Mama Maggie says if I'm listening to a document, I can hear the wrong parts, especially when I use the wrong verb tense. Yeah, yeah. So copy editing is, you're just making the lines work rather than making sure they're the right lines,
Mhm.
which is a different level of yeah. So, but line by line editing, I need my brain to be at 100%. Yeah. So,
Or at least 95.
yup. I mean, I I think you do pretty well on tenses, but then again, I don't ever try to write in present tense, which trips me up all over the place.
Yeah, I've I've gotten comments on things about there being tense shifts, and I go back and I look at it, and it's like, well, all the narration is in past tense. The people talking are in present tense and occasionally future tense, and maybe there's a past participle thrown in there, but it's all consistent. But I don't know.
I hear
It's
that.
consistent to somebody.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, I wonder if some of our regulars are suffering because of the wild weather shift. We had 50-degree weather, snowed below freezing for a day, and I believe I saw somewhere that it's 70 degrees outside right now,
Really? I didn't think it was
which,
supposed to get warm till tomorrow.
well, all of my snow is melted, so
Oh,
it's
really?
definitely getting up there. It kind of says it was 60 on Friday.
Mm.
So let's see.
We still have snow outside, although
For
it's
me,
most
it's only in a couple of the deep shadows.
yeah, it's like most of the paved areas have melted, but it's
Yeah.
the other stuff that doesn't reflect the heat or the sunlight as well. But
Right.
let's see.
Maybe 50. Maybe the high was 50.
See here
It says the high is 41, but it's currently 44 and the sun started to go down. So
here it's 38 and the high for today is 39. It's tomorrow
gotcha.
that it's going to be in the 50s. So
That's that's why you still have more snow. You're
uh,
like maybe an hour from me if that, but it's 44 here.
yeah,
So
just far enough to be in slightly different weather patterns.
right. I mean, we still get the same weather, just different amounts and different degrees and
Different times. No.
right. So well, did we want to do another sprint?
uh yeah.
Let's do it. Where'd where'd my timer go?
Let's
There we
just
go. Resetting the timer, and let's see if I can finish this chapter in 3. Wait, somebody said something. Ah,
award.
Mama Maggie says we're up to basically 60 degrees, which is 60 degrees warmer than 4 days ago. Oh my gosh, it was -1. Yeesh.
At least it was
-1 for you Celsius people is -18, just in case you're curious. And 60 degrees Fahrenheit for you Celsius people is 15 to 16 degrees. So just in case you're from a place that doesn't do Fahrenheit for degrees. So anyway, where were we? About to sprint
yes,
in
we were.
3, 2, 1. Boom. Chakalaka. And we're back. How was your sprint?
Um, still working on the same section, but I've got a little bit farther. I kind of doubled the amount of words that I've added to the manuscript, but and that's in addition to some that I took out because I found that I was doing things like saying someone beginning to do something instead of just saying that they did it. So
Yes, that's another one of my filters.
yeah, but it's like I caught it this time and went ahead and pulled them out. So
I had a moment of complete panic. Remember how I edited like the opening 5 times because of multiple drafts? Well, I scrolled up and there was no prelude. There was no opening to chapter 1. And I was like, what? Luckily, Google Docs has version history, and I went back to Thursday and found my first 5 pages and copy pasted them into today's draft. Yay, version history! Yay, saving regularly. So that was a bit of stress, and so I decompressed with a couple rounds of solitaire. So
okay.
So hopping into the comments, just Eva swung by. Hello and welcome. Eva says Golden was too crowded to look around too much, but they did some adventuring and now back to work. And I shared a line from my story that made me laugh, so maybe it'll make you laugh. Never hurts to have more engineers or cooks. Shipper can't fly without both ship and food. They both gave a snort at that to engineer truism, usually quoted when said engineer was raiding the kitchen.
Like first duty, feed the crew.
Yep. So let's see. Mama Maggie and Eva were both very, very relieved that I did not lose my work, as was I. Apparently, the gremlins are real today. So Mama Maggie says, Eva, I loved Golden and Idaho Springs. Oh my gosh. Yeah. A decade ago, but there are so many people living there now. So, yeah, cute town for sure, but very busy. Over on Twitch, the kids are asleep. Says still pitch shifting and about to shift to edits until dinner time. Andy is on a roll with another 450 words. Jazz hands, or applause. There we go.
Yep, that's at least 1/5 of a short story. So
Definitely. Mama Maggie edited part of a chapter and started a load of laundry and am hashtag SHU Froggy for my friends Sam and Bex. I forget what SHU stands for. I'm sorry. Giving this shout out for all the AuthorTube friends. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Eva says, and the use of open space out in the town, turning it into public green space is definitely a gold star for Denver for that. Nice. Mama Maggie cheered on Andy, and Toe the Lion added 485 words to their short story.
Nice.
Yay!
That's
Y'all are so
serious writing.
productive. Blown away. Oh, stream hoppers unite. Yes, with the frog because they hop. Boop, boop. Eva says, oh, Maggie, there's a genre sit merch live. I haven't gotten any samples, but I put it up anyway. Awesome.
Okay.
Everybody's having fun and being super productive. I am in awe of like all of you. So,
Yep.
do we want to chat? Did we want to edit some more? Should we keep this like momentum going?
I kind of feel like I need a little bit of chat in order to cycle myself back for more editing. So yeah, I
Going for
think
a stretch
is
break.
probably.
Oh.
Oh. I've got a Gilly next to me.
Catechus has been good the last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
He curled up next to me, even though I kept rolling over to read the book from a different angle while staying up till 5 a.m. last night. So, I mean, it was really 4 a.m., right? In the grand scheme of things, biologically. But yeah, now I plugged in the Feel Away last sprint or last Sunday during the stream. And I've been trying to play with him more, obviously, and he's been a little more cooperative. Although he found out that when he knocks his toy under my bed, I have to shove the mattress out of the way because I have drawers around it.
Right.
So he can't get under there by himself. And he hopped down there, and now he's like, ooh, I want to explore the like secret hidden space beneath mom's bed. So I think he's been trying to throw things under there now.
But I had noticed that he has been less rambunctious during your during this stream and during the writers group meeting right before this. Although he was actually pretty well behaved when he made appearances during the writers group.
He was, and I did turn off my camera a couple times to step away and encourage him to go play it with a toy or to give him a treat. But I also have this new cat toy that goes foo 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 with like a little fluttering butterfly on the end that he'll hunt. Although he only hunted it for like 2 minutes, and I have to go over and hit the power button so it doesn't burn down the battery. But I'm trying, and we have the vet visit tomorrow, so maybe we'll see what we can do to mellow my poor kitty out. So he wants to be a good guy.
Yep. He's just very high energy and wants to play.
And does not like getting told no, and definitely needs to learn to deal with mama can't play right now a little better than he's been in the past. But I've had pretty good luck with redirect before he gets to that stage. So it's just a lot of managing his moods, but he is only like 13 months, so I assume he'll mellow out as he gets older to at least a moderate degree.
Yeah, it does take him a while for them to get to the point where you don't have to manage their moods so much as you have to engage them when you actually want to do something with them.
Yeah. I mean, is it really Catechus's fault that my ankles are delicious?
I don't think I can comment on that.
I didn't realize my ankles were delicious, but he has convinced me.
He has convinced them that they are full of flavor.
Right? So, popping into the comments, Eva is working on the newsletter she's sending out this month. Nice. I am waiting for people to vote on the graphic I flung together because the science fiction fantasy con I work for, I do their publicity, and our rates go up on the 16th, but we haven't really advertised too much because we were getting the website straight before we wanted to push too hard. So I definitely want to give a push on the last 3 days. So I'm like, hey, could y'all give me some feedback on this graphic, please? So that's a thing. Mama Maggie says, all hail the feline overlord Catechus and offer him blood sacrifices. I'm actually almost healed from the latest round of scratches. Like, do you even see anything?
No, not
Because
really.
it's so, I mean, you can see my veins, but that's just how I
It's,
roll.
it's like you don't have to offer him blood sacrifices. He will take them for himself.
Mother, came to meet him. Okay, and visit the grandbaby that my sister had. And let him scratch and bite her up until she was bleeding because she wanted my cat to like her. And I'm like, we're teaching him that's not a thing he's supposed to do. Do not encourage my cat to hurt you and make you bleed. Bad mom. But
Yeah,
that was before she was on blood thinners. So I hope she wouldn't do that again.
yeah. I would hope she would not do that again.
Yeah. So anyway, Godzilla, hello. Godzilla is here and says hi. And the kids are asleep says con running is hard. It is. It really is. It's a lot of fun and exciting, but a lot of work. So Maggie says we're twins and therefore we taste the same. Ah, I love that he's eaten my sister. She hasn't been over that much.
Yep. I
So
was just saying, your mom is definitely going to have a different flavor.
yeah, she's on too many medications not to.
Yeah.
So she I may have mentioned she had a heart valve replacement, and when you have an artificial valve, you've got to make sure that nothing's going to get stuck and gunk up the valve. So you're then on blood thinners for the rest of your life.
Yep. I know that one.
So,
I haven't had a valve replacement, but
mhm.
I had a clot, and they had to pull it and stick a stent in. And then it's like, the, even if it just looks like it was a fluke, because sometimes you'll get clots in relationship to a trauma.
Right.
And as far as
Yes.
I knew, there wasn't any trauma involved. So they said, it's like,
Yes.
okay, so we're going to put you on blood thinners for the rest of your life. Um, but it's like,
Yeah. Mom was really worried about the vitamin K
mhm,
balancing because blood vitamin K is a clotting, helps you clot. And so
right.
based on your level of how much vitamin K you consume is how much blood affects how much blood thinner. But we went through the chart and there are some things in like the 50, 150 range, and then there are things at like 800 range. And
Yeah.
so as long as she avoids like uncooked spinach, she's probably going to be okay because the other stuff is minimal compared to that. So it and that's when I learned that vitamin K has nothing to do with potassium. They just used the
Oh,
letter to mess me up.
yeah.
For those
Well,
who don't remember high school chemistry, K is the periodic table symbol for potassium. So
yeah.
when I see vitamin K, I just assumed it had something to do with potassium levels.
And I wonder if that, because they did that, that's part of the reason why they don't give letters to vitamins anymore. They just start calling them what it is. But
Give them horrible names that no one can pronounce.
that's the nature of chemistry.
Is it really that we have to get them? No, names are just things you call something.
but in chemistry,
Writers, we understand how naming works.
my father is a chemistry professor, so it's like also steeped in the fact that a lot of those really ridiculous names for chemicals are supposed to be descriptive of how the chemical is structured. So it's like
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
understood that language, someone could tell you the name of a particular chemical, and then you could draw it out and
I'm
come
I'm
really close
okay
to it.
with them having nicknames though, you know.
Oh, the
My
patent
name
nickname,
might
that's
be
all marketing.
Morgan S. Hazelwood, but you usually call me Morgan.
Yeah, but
So anyway, let's do another sprint.
yeah, I'm ready.
What do you think? Okay. And let's go in 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're back. How was your sprints?
Um, I looking quickly at the numbers, it seems like I didn't get very far, but I'm 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 a lot more pleased with the way things have rolled out with the changes that I've made. It's in the middle of a fight scene, so uh, it kind of small changes make things a lot clearer. Um,
Yes.
so
Which is so powerful. Like you,
mhm,
I just remember looking at feedback and being, that is so complicated. That's so much. And then I realized I add 3 adverbs to 2 different sentences and we're there.
yeah.
Setup is tricky, but
Mhm,
when you figure it out, it's more like threading the needle than, building something new.
yeah. But
So,
but when you're writing it down the first time, it's like you don't need to worry about that. That requires a different kind of brain set. Just put down what the action is. Um,
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
fix it in post. No.
Ah, I actually had an interview on Friday for the local writing group, and they they remarked on, how well spoken and, how the words came out nicely for my fellow interviewer, E interviewee, that one. And I was like, yeah, writers might be known for their words, but we fix it in post. It's not the first draft. And because they're reporters and they do a lot of print stuff, they're like, we totally get that.
Mhm.
So uh
But once you get
I
rehearsed on what you're talking about, you've got it canned and it just rolls out. Is like Sako's
definitely
introductions every day. She's on.
great. Yeah, yeah. So I edited about 2 pages, but I got some feedback on the prelude
Mhm.
on Thursday. Because my local science fiction group, the guy who normally runs the critique circle was out of town. So I stepped in and so I figured I had to present something.
Mm.
And they're like, make it clear that it's an adult fantasy and not a children's fantasy.
Mhm.
Because I do start off with a once upon a time on an alien shore, there sat a little white house made of shells, very fairy tale esque. Um, so I I figured out how to fix it, or at least indicate that we're talking about an adult and not a child
Mhm.
in the prelude. So, and I named my port city.
Cool.
It was very easy. I took the name of the planet and put the word Berg after it.
Okay,
It's
obviously this is the human name for it and not the native
this
name.
is the main human settlement on the planet. There's like 5.
Okay.
So, what are you going to name the big city when you're, colonizing a planet? So, so yeah, I finally have a name rather than the human settlement or the largest of the cities on the planet. So
Sorry, apparently
I
his
have,
camera was calling and got blocked, but only after it rang. But so are you did you deliberately start off your story before with the bit about a house on the beach made of shells?
yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. That that was always there. As I said, I wanted a space fantasy and I leaned into the fantasy
Yeah.
heavily.
And you can very well do that if you want to, start it off like a children's story to set the stage and then make it obvious that this is not your average children's story. This is a story for grown-up children.
Necessarily dark and horrible. It's just talking about adult themes, Getting a job, raising your kids are more adult stories than they are YA or
Which is
children's. So,
not to be confused with those adult stories that involve lack of clothing, but which is not
which
what
is
you're.
a subset, but in this world, in this story, it's not a huge one. So
Mhm.
anyway, I'm gonna pop into the comments real quick. Mama Maggie says that Catechus thinks he gets 2 chew toys when my sister comes.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla said hello. I blocked spammer. Andy had to pop off to go have dinner, but finished the first draft of his story, so that was awesome. Kelly forgot about daylight saving and expects my sprint productivity stream to go an extra hour because he was late.
Show me the money.
Right? So, Kelly asked what my city's creed is. It doesn't have one. It's too much of a mix of people who live there, people who just immigrated there, shippers. It's a very transient city. So, Toad the Lion got, oh, wow,
Nice.
518. How long are short stories supposed to be? So,
Short stories
story.
typically are between 2 and 5,000 words.
Nope, I got it looked up right now. Microfiction is up to 100. Flash or short are 100 to 1,000 words. Short stories are 1,000 to 7,500.
Okay. So, well,
Although different markets have different amount of
yeah.
space. So if you are looking at a particular market, look at its length requirements. Novelettes are 7,500 to 20,000. Novella are 20 to 50. And then novels are technically over 50,000, but it depends on your genre, what the expected word count is.
Yeah, a lot of the markets that I've looked at usually cap short stories around 5,000 words, I guess because they don't want to pay so much, but I've seen some that will pay will go up to 10,000 words for a short story. But if you go over 10,000 words, it's like, no, you're in the novelette category.
Yeah. The kids are asleep chimed in as well that
Yeah.
different publications have different lengths, but the max is usually 7,500.
It's more of a
Rudy
loose
the
set of
horror,
guidelines.
Godzilla's friend, Rudy the horror dinosaur, sorry, enemy, Rudy the horror dinosaur swung by and said hello. Yeah, above that's a novelette. Toe is like, yes, I still have space for this one. Kelly said, be careful, you may start a trend with Berg. It's pretty common anyway.
So I was going to
No,
say for toe is I usually write over and then go through and cut it back so that it fits. But
I definitely find that overwriting and then trimming gets me better quality work.
mm-hmm.
But then again, I find out I need to both trim because I have way too much internal monologue and also add because apparently people care what color eyes somebody has.
Yeah. I want to know what color eyes he has. I don't care that he dies 2 paragraphs later. I must know.
Did I mention I'm rereading Anita Blake?
Hmm.
Paragraphs on her friend's eye colors. And I'm like, I think I was dating my boyfriend for over a year before I knew what color eyes he had.
I was going to say, if you're going to write paragraphs on someone's eye colors, you're going to be some serious eye staring. And it's like, if you're not in a relationship, that's going to get awkward fast.
Pretty much. So Kelly says grown-up adults are sometimes also adult children. So let's see. More sprints, forever sprint stream. Oh, okay. Kelly said the Creed question was rhetorical. Asked to let you know I was caught up with the chat, but my town sounds nice.
Mhm.
So
I think that was referring that you learned the difference between Creed and Credo earlier.
yes. So a lot of markets also prefer shorter because of budget reasons. Yeah. So 3 to 5K is ideal.
Yeah.
Or if they're print, especially, they may only have so much space in the copy. Because magazines tend to be particular lengths multipliable by 16 because of how the pages are literally printed and then cut and folded.
Well, it's when it's in print, that's 2 budgets that they're having to stay inside of.
Yeah. So, Hello, King Red Spy Red X. Jacob is here. He's friends with Godzilla and Rudy, the horror dinosaur. So they're all saying hi to each other.
Yep.
So I'm glad y'all could join us and hang out. So, Woody, Toe says, all good information that helps me know what to look for. Thanks, everyone. I don't know if you have a market right now, but I'm going to suggest The Grinder Diabolical Plots to find places to submit your story if you don't already have one. It is not Grinder, it's
Oh,
The
that's something different.
Grinder with an ER. And you can sort by pro, semi-pro, paid anything, and free
Genre.
markets. And you can also sort by genre and page count, etc., etc. So it's pretty handy, although you cannot actually list a contest if it's only in one state. It's too small of a region for Grinder to go in.
See, that's why BizFist should just expand the region slightly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
earlier today, Doc and I were talking about the science fiction fantasy club that conned me into running their publicity. They're having an amateur writers contest, but for short stories that go up to, I think, 5,000. But you have to be a Maryland resident or student in the state of Maryland, and I am neither, so I can't even enter my own club's contest.
Yep. See, I prefer the term Shanghaied. They Shanghaied you into.
They conned me into helping run their con.
Yes, but
So,
it's a con.
right? Ton says
Con.
a con having a contest conned you, right? Yep. I know. Oh my gosh. I'm also going to link drop because I think our logo is amazing and I think more people should like give us name suggestions. And also coo at the book dragon, bookworm, because it's adorable. Bam, link dropped. So anyway. So Kelly says, don't you just love those kinds of stipulations with contests? I think it might be related to the fact of their nonprofit status and the fact that their mission statement says that they're there to encourage reading and a love of literature in their own regional area. So yeah. The kids are asleep says, yay, Balticon! Yay! So we're super excited and gearing up for everything. And we learned that we can, in fact, have pure virtual programming, not just streaming of live programming this year.
Cool.
Yesterday, yes, today is only Sunday. We announced the head of our IT department that's going to be running that. So super excited. Yeah, the kids are asleep knows so many Baltimore people. I mean, they're kind of contagious.
There keep being more of them.
I keep running into them everywhere. So anyway, Godzilla would like to know who would win if he challenged Fat Monkey. I do not know. I don't know the monster Fat Monkey.
Nope.
So, oh, Fat Buff Monkey. If he's buff, he might actually beat Godzilla. So, Baltimore takeover. Yeah. You know what's going to happen? Memorial Day weekend, we're going to take over Baltimore. We're actually going to live stream from Balticon. I talked Sako into doing photography for the convention, and Doc is going to be there as well as a panelist, right?
Yep.
And we're going to do our live stream live from Balticon, probably in like the con suite, but I don't know where we can find space. We'll just elbow people out of our way and take over. So if you are in the Baltimore region, or we'll be there. It's gonna be fun. Oh, and rates go up on the 16th, so get your tickets now. Blah blah blah.
It's the bubble that really makes it, right?
Right. So Maggie says, Balticon is going to be so much fun to see all of you and Sako.
You coming, Maggie?
Toe just bought a ticket and is trying to figure out if they want to commute or get a hotel. Yeah, parking is tricky. I definitely recommend looking at the app to find the best parking deals because the parking at the hotel is not owned by the hotel, and so the rates get a little wiggly. But there's some decent parking within like a quarter mile or so. If you can make that work. So it is 6:30. Do we want to do outros or one more sprint? What are you feeling, Doc?
I'm feeling outro time. We've got 3 good sprints in, and
yeah, 4. Didn't we do 4?
I
3 good ones and 1 snack.
I thought we got 3 good ones in. I may have miscounted, but I'm wanting something a little bit more substantial and thinking about making dinner. So
I get that. The kids are asleep, says who's counting. And Mama Maggie says, unfortunately, it's a 27-hour drive, so she's not going to make it in person. But we do have a hybrid option. I think they're still finalizing exactly how much programming and stuff we can offer before they're going to put up the virtual rates.
Cool.
So, and by they, I mean me, because somebody will eventually tell me and I'll help out with the website and stuff and things.
The powers that be will figure it out and you will make it happen, huh?
It started eating my life. I mean, they believe that Saturdays are evenings are not date night and instead are club business nights.
Which wouldn't be so bad once in a while, but if they're doing it every single week.
No, they do it second Saturdays of the month.
Yeah.
I mostly subject my team to Monday evening meetings. So oh, awesome. Kids Are Asleep is helping out with the Flights of Foundry. That's awesome. And has an immense respect for the labor that goes into cons. Cool. I hope that goes awesome. I've heard such good things about Flights of Foundry. So anyway, let's go ahead and do our outros. Doc.
Okay.
It says it must be nice to be me. I don't know why, but I do like being me.
I don't know if he's referring to you or the kids are asleep or what, but hey, whoever you are, be yourself. You're the only one who can. As for me, I'm Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. If you're interested in any of my stuff, you'll find the links down below, both my social media and links to my Amazon author page. Or if you can't be bothered to pull the links, just remember if you search for.
You're on Twitch. Twitch doesn't have the linkies.
I haven't gotten Twitch set up quite yet, but if you just search for Doc Coleman Steampunk, you'll find all my stuff, whether you're searching on Google or whether you're searching on Amazon. That's it. I'm planning on bringing out my next book, The Kindred of Kali, in the late summer, if I can ever finish getting it edited.
And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying fantasy author, blogger, vlogger, podcaster of writing tips and writerly musings. And this week I was blogging about where to cut your chapters and how to pace them. And I was also, let's see, talking about how to get out of that eternal revision roundabout over on the podcast Writing Tips and Writerly Musings. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you next Sunday. If you're on Twitch, we're going to go ahead and raid Haley Creates as soon as it goes live. Ready? To raid in 7, 6, 5, 4. Squiddy people for the win. Nice. Okay, we're gonna raid. Bye. And
And that leaves just us YouTubers here.
I should come up with a raid message. But have a great week. Bye.